Brian Claypool is an attorney who's been following the case with us, and he joins me now. Well, it's good to see you in person, Brian.
Yeah, good to see you, Justin.
So you saw how they just boom, boom, boom. They got a settlement case hearing in about 2 weeks. I won't be on vacation. Is that how these things usually shake out?
Are you kidding me? This is an abomination. I mean, you never get a settlement conference a couple of weeks after an arraignment. I've had cases go 3-4 court hearings a year out before you ever get a settlement conference. And what's irresponsible about what Allie's telling us is you just heard her. She said, we reviewed everything and we've come to the conclusion that this is like every other case. Well, she's missing a lot of information. She hasn't reviewed the medical records of the victim. A responsible DA would get all the medical records. Let us interview the victim. Let's find out, has he been injured? Because that would raise this crime to a felony. So she hasn't reviewed all the information. And she hasn't reviewed this other drug that was in the count. It said, the exact language said, intoxicated combined with a drug. Now get this. Paulie's lawyer says, when she was asked about it, she says, oh, I think they just put that in there because that's the statutory language. That's comical. That is ridiculous. The DA has a responsibility to find out what that other drug is. If they did a blood test, they already have the results. So what is that other drug?
So why are they hiding the drug? You're right. They have the blood test. They should be able to put that in the criminal complaint. We got the complaint through a leak because we've been banging this drum for a long time, asking for someone to stand up and do the right thing out in Napa County. We finally got it. And even the way they wrote the criminal complaint is shady. Oh, he happened to be the only one in the car when we initially showed up to the crime scene. Why was it written like that? And then why'd they say another drug? Wouldn't they usually name the narcotic if they knew the narcotic? Or if it was Sudafed, wouldn't they put that in there?
It would be in there, Jesse. That's an excellent point. And that's what I'm talking about. They're teeing this up for August 23rd. I'm glad you're going to be here. They're teeing this up for him to walk into that courtroom. Oh, we'll give you a probation, couple years, and see you later. You and I and all the viewers across this country never get to see the truth, right? And Allie's wrong when she said, did you hear her say it was another laughable moment when she said, I've got 500 cases. I never give up dash cam video. That's not the law, Allie. It's not Allie's law in California. There's no Allie's law. The law is they need to give up the dash cam unless it impairs a criminal investigation. And guess what? According to Allie and according to this judge, the investigation's over because they're going to settle it on August 23rd. So that excuse doesn't fly either, right?
Why would CHP, California Highway Patrol, still, after getting the go-ahead from the DA, they can release it, why would they still be hiding the footage?
This whole thing stinks. That's what we're talking about.
Because you think it's a donation play? Because he handed them a card that says, I'm a big donor and I could be a bigger donor if this thing shakes out the way I want?
Absolutely. He handed him an $11.99 card, which means he's donated to this charitable contribution for the CHP. You tell me, if I get pulled over, the first thing I'm not thinking about is, oh, where's my $11.99 card? I'm thinking, is my daughter okay in the car? You know, am I going to get in trouble? He's like, here it is.
Yeah, where's your license? Oh, here's my donor card.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and here's another thing. I mean, this is unprecedented in California and in any state, where you have this type of damage to a vehicle too, right? The more we learn, somebody could have been killed. This is not a minuscule matter. Somebody could have been killed, and this DA combined with this judge, and by the way, we still don't know why the previous judge recused himself or herself, right?
Herself. All of a sudden, on the eve of the hearing, the original judge just leaves, and then we get this politicized judge come in, never tried a criminal case in her career. And she agrees to a settlement hearing in 3 weeks. It's unbelievable. But this is consistent with how they do things in Napa. I should go to Napa and just drive drunk. I'll never pay any price. Obviously, that was an analogy. I would never do that.
I think it's going to be...
And I can never drive drunk ever after covering this story. I need to Uber myself everywhere I go.
It's going to be Paulie's Pub, not Department 3 on August 23rd.
You're right. They'll probably give him a drink and celebrate.
Exactly, right.
The slap on the wrist. The liquor